Hello, you guys, and thank you all for tuning in to Chris Codes. If you haven't already, go and hit that like button because you know you want to, and it's free. Notification bell so you're notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, let's get right into this video. All right, guys, so I know I have been slacking when it comes to Foolishness Friday. So let's get into this Foolishness Friday, and it's a mess. It's a mess. So let's go ahead and get right into it. Okay, so with this Foolishness Friday, we're talking about the ZEUS Network and the CEO Lamel, aka Lemmy. So it's been a lot of mess about him, the network, what they stand for, a lot of demonic allegations and all that jazz. So I'm going to probably let you all watch a couple of clips. I'm definitely going to insert clips as I'm talking about the situation, but I think I'm gonna insert a clip here first to kind of get you all familiar with what exactly is going on and what they're being accused of, and then I'm going to talk about my thoughts on it. Let's go.
So a lot of folks have been asking me to hit on this situation concerning ZEUS Network, Aaron the Plumber, Seven, and so many things that are going on because ZEUS Network is being accused of being demonic, being a very, very dark network. Blueface show, I would just see clips online. So at that point, I started watching them. I started watching the whole Blueface and Krishan saga. I got into baddies. And, at first I'm like, okay, it's different. It's a lot of fighting. But I thought that as the seasons went on, it would evolve. Because I get it when they first come out, it's kind of, low budget a little bit. There's not as many activities to do. So I just figured, okay, I'm going to stick with it. And hopefully, there'll be more of a storyline as the seasons progressed. And the only thing that has changed throughout the seasons is that the girls have gotten their bodies done. The makeup team is better. The hair is better. But the attitudes are a lot worse. The arrogance, the Jezebel spirits is Jezebeling, okay? Just all they do is drink and smoke. Baddie, shot o'clock. That has now become a mantra. I even heard the women on the Real Housewives of Atlanta saying it the other day. So I'm like, damn, baddies is now becoming a part of the American lexicon. Regulating this whole baddie culture. You have kids in elementary school fighting and carrying on because they're watching what their parents are watching in the household. So a lot of people are now coming to the realization that ZEUS Network
so now that you all are kind of familiar with what people are saying, the allegations. I could say it's allegations. It's not like they're on trial for anything. But people are in an uproar, and I have to say I'm with the people. Now, we all know these shows with the fighting and all that jazz is very, very, very popular. It's lucrative for the people behind the scenes and for the people in front of the camera. And I know from this old time saying all money is not good money. Lemmy was raised up most likely in church. I believe his father is a pastor. I'm pretty sure one of the girls said that in one of the clips I'm probably going to insert into this video. But it's kind of sad what's going on for him to have that type of upbringing and for it to kind of turn into that. They said ZEUS started off as a platform for people to preach you know, like sermons for their church and all that type of stuff, and get their sermons out there. And I watch a lot of that type of content on YouTube. So you can't say that content is not lucrative. It might not be as lucrative quickly like the Ratchet TV is, but it's still lucrative, because I know the people I watch get a lot of views, and it's beneficial for the people that's watching, not toxic. But now ZEUS turned into something completely different, something that promotes violence and all that jazz. Lovely T actually did a video on it, and I'll probably post a clip of that so you all can kind of see what she was saying about even the name ZEUS for Greek mythology, and kind of what it stands for and all that jazz.
Mythology, you know, Zeus was a god. So if you guys know about the story of Zeus, he had beef with Prometheus, and Prometheus was sympathetic towards the humans, and the humans, you know, he'll you know, knock up a human here and there. He did not want them to have powers of the gods, and Prometheus ended up giving human beings the gift of fire, so that way, you know, we could stay warm and, you know, cook food and things like that. And Zeus was a very jealous god. He was not feeling that the fact that the human beings now have access to fire. So what he ended up doing was creating a human daughter named Pandora. Pandora was a mortal woman, and so as punishment, he gave her this box. And he told Pandora not to open it because the box contained all of the evils of the world, okay? But again, as human beings, we sin. You know, we're curious. We don't often listen to God. We disobey God, okay? So of course, being human, Pandora disobeyed her God, which was Zeus, and she opened the box. That is where we get the terminology Pandora's box. All of the evils, all of the, you know, devilish stuff, all of the demons were released onto the earth, okay? So I always found it interesting that was the name of the network, was ZEUS Network. And when you watch it, even when Natalie does those weird prayers, when she's like, we're going to pray to the baddie gods, a lot of people think that that's a joke, but she's really praying to somebody, okay? And the network is called ZEUS.
Every brand has to represent
well, girls,
for what?
come in, please. Come in, let's pray. Dear baddie gods.
Wait. Which God?
Yeah, because we don't mix body and God.
The baddie gods. Come on.
No.
No, I want God. I want God.
Everybody silent. Bow your heads. We're going to pray to the baddie gods. Dear baddie gods, everybody look to your neighbor and slap.
And that gets me into this clip of Aaron the plumber and what he was saying about the network and what was going on with it with him.
ZEUS Network is, they are demonic. All the contestants' names on this show, even mine, trace back to Greek mythology. I'm an avid reader, so that sparked my interest right there. They changed my name on the show to Pied Piper, which is like some...
To what?
Pied Piper.
What is that?
Which is... It's like a medieval folklore type of thing. And it's about a dude that leads 120 kids to their death. You know? Yeah, bro, it's some sick demonic stuff, bro, that they into. And I can't rock with that.
And they gave you that name?
Yeah, they gave me that name. Like, and everybody's name on the show traces back to Greek mythology. They got a Greek mythology name, some devilish stuff, bro.
Why can't you have your own name?
That's what I don't understand.
Yeah. That's some crazy shit. I'm not gonna lie.
I know they behind the scenes they doing weird stuff.
But you think like
I don't want to speak on that on camera, but I know behind the scenes they doing some weird stuff. They trying to get me to crash out. They trying to play psych games. They got people following me, watching me.
Really?
Yeah,
just
bro.
from being on the show?
Yeah, bro, definitely. I know for a fact. Reaching out to females that I used to fornicate with and they're
telling you like somebody told me, somebody reached out.
For sure. And I know 110% fact they had somebody watching me for sure.
Why don't you run on with security?
I don't need a security.
Okay, so you all saw that clip, and now listen, Aaron the plumber is not really someone I would take at face value. I don't know if you all saw the clips from Pop the Balloon, but I would typically side-eye him, but with, you know, the stuff I've been seeing and hearing from several other people. You know, a lot of times if it's a lot of people saying the same thing, it's probably not them. It's probably, you know what I mean? Anyways, I'm not gonna go all into that. But I said, you know, I am seeing a whole lot of mess in regards to ZEUS and sexual allegations around Lemmy and his wife. Well, his wife kind of gets just kind of thrown into the mess because of, you know, what he does. I'm sure his wife is not like, well, I want to do this, I want to do that. I'll insert a clip if you all don't know what I'm talking about.
Credibility.
He come from a real religious background.
His father's a pastor. I know.
Yeah.
I know his family.
You met his family?
Yes. Did I say holidays? Did I say that? Holidays.
So they're polygamous.
I don't know what they are, to be honest. I think she's just quiet and sitting. She's just sitting around because she have no one else to go to at this point.
She seems happy to me. She cool.
No, she's not. I really feel bad for Janisha. I really do. No, before and after. Oh, when I got the job, I stopped.
Can you prove any of this?
I don't speak unless I have proof.
He treats everybody like that on the show.
Nah. There's a
cool with everybody.
It's a difference, sweetie. Oh no, fucks everybody. He fucks all of them.
And essentially, this is everything that's done.
If you saying y'all had a situationship,
it was a situation.
And then you're saying his wife was involved.
It was a situation.
I don't see him doing anything wrong.
But yeah, and I was like, you know what? Let me see if he has any interviews. So I'm not taking everybody from face value. Let me see what he says and what he thinks about the type of stuff he's putting on his platform and the type of things that he's promoting. And maybe there's some logical reason for this other than, you know, money. And this is what I saw.
Or promoting these things that might be negative. Again, I'm not trying to.
No, I don't take it.
People say this to me too. Like I was
gonna say, look at your show.
Yeah.
I mean, look at.
So I'm wondering.
I mean, your show. People could call you salacious. They could say all sorts of things about you.
Well,
you know what I'm saying?
Listen, they have. I'm
right.
saying, what's
so
your
I would greenlight a show with you because you're authentic. You're real. I love it. I find you to be highly entertaining. Do you hold any responsibility? I'm saying if I was to greenlight a show with you right now, what am I gonna be? I'm greenlighting you and your show.
But they might say, well,
if I greenlight your show right now, are you gonna act any different than how you're acting right now?
No, but they
so
might
it's the same thing with them.
Hold on, but they might say to you, well, you know, akademiks is A, B, and C. You greenlighting him to have a show means you must be okay with.
Why are you doing your show?
Well, I'm doing me on my show.
But why are you doing it?
Well,
what's the purpose of you? Why are you doing this show?
Well, whatever I would be doing, I'd be doing me. Right?
But you'll be doing you because you want to tell your story. You want to do things in a way that's unapologetically you. You want to give people a platform and an outlet to share their story. You want to ask the raw questions, the real questions. You want to get to the nitty gritty. You don't want to sugarcoat and fluff stuff. And that's why people find you attractive. Whether they hate you, they love you, they love whatever, it doesn't matter, right? They watch you. Spotify greenlit a show with you because I get the same questions. Am I right or wrong?
No, you're
Spotify,
right.
Listen, Spotify, right. Spotify.
It's been asked of me, just even as a platform.
I'm saying,
like, if you only show,
I'm not only showing. I feel like we're at a
lot of fighting.
We're at a unique time. I think first of all, people are desensitized with all.
No, it's not.
No, all towards. If you take out ZEUS, do you know how much stuff is on social media every day? Every day. There's so much stuff that happens on social media.
ZEUS is pretty much network TV.
No, we're not network. No, we're not network TV. We're a subscription video on demand platform, right? Just like you. But listen, just like you. What makes us different than HBO? What makes us different than? Hold on. Let me finish. Let me finish. What are you talking? HBO used to have real sex. They used to have people walking around butt naked. Okay, but hold on, wait. So HBO, listen, HBO has so many, like, whether it's scripted, unscripted, it doesn't matter. They promote the same way we do. Why do I have to? Why? Ask HBO why they do what they do. Listen, no, I'm asking. No, balance. What do you mean balance?
Every show, name a show on your network where niggas ain't scrapping.
We only have so many shows. Hold on, wait. Listen. We only have so many. We're not HBO. We haven't been around for 20 plus years.
I'll give you that.
Right. We don't have unlimited budgets.
Gotcha.
Right. We have to be very strategic with what we greenlight at this current time. We do have plans to diversify our content. We're only 5.
So you want to elevate?
Hold on, listen. We're only 5 years old, man. Netflix has been around for
these questions.
Netflix has been around for over 25 years. Listen, Netflix has been around. Disney has been around for how long?
So you're telling me you're gonna elevate from
absolutely.
This
listen, absolutely. Everybody has a reason to. They mad that Haley was black and everybody gonna find a reason to be mad about something.
So you all saw that clip, and I don't know if you all gathered what I gathered from those clips. I watched the entire interview. I just put in a few things that I thought may have been relevant to my video and to what I was going to talk about. But what I gathered from that is him talking in circles. And I watched the entire interview, and all I saw was a whole lot of deflecting, a whole lot of lack of accountability, and him talking in circles. Put it on the bottom line. I'm the type of person, I just like to put things on the bottom line. You pick people that have problems, have mental problems, have anger issues, or are very promiscuous, and you broadcast them for the world because you know that they're going to get a lot of traction, whether it would be from their social media and the antics that they do and post on social media. You know, people like to see the mess. You know what I'm saying? And it's not like, oh, we're just going to, and he did say in an interview, oh, that's not all the show is about. That's not all the show is about. I've seen clips of baddies. I will say I haven't watched full episodes, but the majority of those shows, they're drinking, they're smoking, they're partying, they're fighting. You can't tell me they're out here feeding the homeless. Save it. Save it. And that whole, we're representing authenticity. Your everyday people aren't just out here brawling and shaking tail and fighting in clubs. That's no. You're literally, you all are picking the people that are most popular or trending on social media for some crazy mess. Krishan Rock and Blueface, who's currently in jail now, and you're exploiting them. That's what that is. And then he kept, in the entire interview, this is what annoyed me, is like he kept bringing up the bigger networks that have been around for a long time. He brought up Spotify, HBO, and these shows that still same shows, showing nudity, violence, and all that jazz. He's like, what's the difference from me doing it, because I'm black or whatever the case may be and stuff like that. When you're getting defensive. But again, let's put it on the bottom line. There is no difference, but that doesn't make it right. And you're saying, oh, it's because you're black. It's like, yeah, these stereotypes are already on the black community, that we're angry, that we like to fight and act ratchet out and about, sit, drink, smoke, nothing productive, nothing productive, nothing healthy, nothing, just ignorance. And I don't know if it's all black people. I'm pretty sure it's not all black people just watching his content, but I'm sure it's a lot. It's like, if that's what you're doing, and if that's what you're in the business of exploiting people for financial gain, say that. But don't dress it up like, oh, we're valuing authenticity. That would be equivalent to, oh, we're going to follow this woman that has a 9-to-5. She comes home, watches TV, pop some popcorn and chills. That's authenticity, but is it going to make you money? Probably not, because probably people aren't going to want to see that. But are people going to want to see a bunch of women dressed provocatively, drinking, smoking, and beating each other up? Yeah, people are probably going to want to see that. But you have to take into consideration what this does to people that are watching and the people that are doing these things. You feel me? This whole thing kind of reminds me of Jerry Springer. I don't know if you all have seen the documentary. I don't know if it's on Amazon Prime or Netflix, but I watched the entire documentary of Jerry Springer and how it kind of came about. Jerry Springer was actually he did like a lot of news and politics, that type of genre. And they hired this producer on, and he pretty much changed the whole genre and the outlook of the show. And they got a lot of backlash because of what the show stood for and all that jazz. And you see how long Jerry Springer has been on TV, how long that show went on, and how lucrative that show was. But it's the same thing. How damaging it was on the community. Even it was even a death it was like a group. If I can find a clip, I'll try and put it. I don't want this video to be too long. I already know it's going to be long because of all the clips I plan on putting into it. But since I brought it up, I might add this clip of a couple, well, a trouble, I guess you can call it. This woman and her husband, and then another woman, and it was like kind of like this mess going on, and she ended up being killed. I'll put a clip in, and Jerry Springer got a whole lot of backlash for it.
Bye. He said to somebody in the bar, "I'm going to kill her."
I just come into the office and I was like, what the fuck are you talking about?
They told me what had happened. Someone had attacked my mom, choked her, pushed her down on the floor, and stomped on her head. That was her cause of death.
Does this have anything to do with the Springer Show at all?
But it has nothing to do with the show. We're not responsible for that.
It's the same thing. There's nothing new under the sun. This is the same thing going on with the ZEUS Network. It's been people that's been on that show that have that are now deceased. This one girl on social media that was very problematic, which would probably been a good fit for the show. And she was following the cast of baddies to be able to be on the show, and was later found deceased in a abandoned house. And I think it was Cleveland. And they said nothing about it. Nothing about it. Not even a RIP in the next episode. Nothing. Like, it just didn't even matter. You know? And that's why so many people are saying something about it. It's just like, okay, we're making money, so who cares, you know, what damage this causes? Who cares, you know, if people want to see it, people want to see it. It's a lot of things people want to do. You know, but we don't make it, you're still making it easily accessible. And it messes with people's mind. Just like music. People think, oh, you can listen to whatever you want to listen to. Just look up. There's a boatload of YouTube videos, boatload of articles about how music affects you. The difference between secular music and gospel music, and how it affects your body, how it affects your mind, is the same thing with what you're watching. That's why it's just like, if the money is what matters to you, then say that. But some of us, we got more morals than that. I feel like one day a time will come where you have to answer for all the things that you've done. We all have our goals, our aspirations, and things that we want to get done in life, and how, easy street. We want to have a certain amount of money in our bank account. We want to be able to do and buy whatever we want. But it's like, you got to ask yourself, at what cost? At what cost? We all got a purpose. We know that. But I don't know if you feel like one of your purposes or one of your goals is to be putting out content like this. It's just like, it says something about you. Now, I get it. I watch me, I go down the Facebook rabbit hole and I see the fighting and so on and so forth. And that's one thing. But I feel like with this scenario, it's to a whole nother level, because I saw a clip of Tokyo Toni, that's Black China's mother, and she was talking about how they're giving these people with drug issues and all this type of stuff, all this money, all this access to large lump sums of money. And imagine how detrimental that could be. You know what I'm saying? Imagine somebody on the street. Now, keep in mind, I'm not saying someone that's just like homeless and fell on hard times, whatever the case may be. Someone strung out. Imagine someone strung out, laid out on the side of the road. You wake them up and hand them $30,000, $40,000. No, scratch that, because they probably get a little bit more than that per episode. But let's just, for the fun of it, so let's say $40,000, $50,000. Let's say just hand them that. What do you think is going to happen? Just ask yourself. And then the people that's watching this day in, day out, tuned in on Sunday, they say how high these ratings are, how these people watching this day in, day out, all the time. How do you think they're going to act in a regular society after continuously watching stuff like this? Because if they're watching baddies, they're probably watching Jocelyn's show. And I forget the other shows on there, but all the shows pretty much are similar. Violence, drugs, drinking, partying, the works. You can't tell me you're not seeing what this is causing. So it's like I would have more respect. I feel like I would have more respect if he just said what it was. Like, you know, you all made these people popular, and I just gave them a platform so you can see more of them. Be what's up, you know, because I know that they're what's hot right now, and I'm riding that train because that's what's making me money. Say that, but don't sugarcoat it and dress it up like my grandma say. Don't snow it over. If you're like, what people don't realize when they're doing things like that is like you're choosing a side. I don't know what you all believe in, but you all are choosing a side when you're promoting things like this and pushing rhetoric like this. And it's not the kingdom of God, which is why I feel like people are saying it's demonic and whatever the case may be, because you're pushing this out into the world. So what are you promoting? Violence, drinking or alcoholism, drugs, sex. Do anything for money. Do anything for clout. You're selling your souls. And you don't think it's demonic? Okay, guys, I know this video is gonna be long, so I gotta go. But tell me what you all think in the comments. Do you think ZEUS is demonic? Do you think if he wants to put out this type of content, it's the people's responsibility to not watch it? What do you all think about the situation? Or did you hear anything else about it that I may not have mentioned in the video? Put it in the comments. Let me know. And I will see you all for next video. Love you guys. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that like button because you know you want to. And it's free. Notification bells to be notified whenever I drop new content. Comment, subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you all for next video. Bye.